What's up and welcome back to the channel. Today is an exciting one because we have the Klein Signature Series Vanguard, a disc I've been wanting to check out for a long time that I finally got my hands on thanks to Astro Disc TX for sending that out today. We're going to shoot it out against my favorite control driver, which is the Vulture 9 holes here at Crockett. Let's see which one makes the bag. As you all know, Kyle Klein ended the season on one of the hottest streaks, taking down the final major USDGC, and he came out with his signature disc, the Vanguard. Now I know I'm way late to this party, but Vanguard versus Vulture, see which control driver should make my bag. Starting with what we know, we're going with the Vulture first, hole 1, 315 feet, dead straight ahead. Good little stand up out of the hand. I think that's gonna be a little juiced actually. Oh, I love it. We're a little long, but the shape was perfect. Let's go with the Vanguard. A little bit of hyzer, try and match the angle. Yeah. Oh, I love it. Didn't flip up quite as much, but also a little more hyzer out of the hand. Once again, we're long and left, so we're seeing some great distance out of those discs. So I've been testing this control driver slot a lot recently. You can see the video linked below where I shot out my Vulture, my Onyx, a Thunderbird, a PD, a couple other discs to see which should make my bag, and the Vulture has been my go-to favorite for a while now. So I'm really curious to see how this new mold, the Vanguard, compares. From what I understand, it's a little bit straighter. It's kind of like the everyman's PD. So I'm excited to see if I can get a little more flip, a little more distance out of it than I was out of my PDs or maybe even my Onyx. Vanguard's right here, edge of circle, maybe just in circle 2. First putt of the day. Quite a bit of wind out here. Oh, come on, baby. Love to see it. Great start for the Vanguard. Vulture ends up being absolutely parked. Easy tap in. That is a great start. One down for both of these discs. We're gonna play hole 2 from the long place, 430 feet, dead straight ahead. We'll go Vulture up first again. I'll measure the distance on these discs as well, just to give you an idea of how far they're flying. Ooh, that's gotta get down and dig. Oh, wonderful. Not a bad shot at all. Didn't get as much flip up. We're into a tailwind this time as opposed to a headwind on hole 1. Let's go with the Vanguard. Oh, not bad. I like it a lot. Just pushes straight for a long time with a super reliable finish. Let's get some distances on those. All right, so here's our Vulture. Not quite as far as I expected on those throws. We're at 330 here on the Vulture. The Vanguard is just up to my right a little. It's measuring 345, so a little bit further, but a little farther right. Couple quick up shots. See if we can't put those close. Oh, wonderful, just sit. Perfect. Put it to 15 feet, nice tap in. Big jump up from the Vanguard, a little closer. Oh, dead bird out of the hand. Yeah, we're like 20, 25, but very makeable putt. Let's test the forehand here on hole 3, 280 out and around those trees, starting with the Vulture up first. Kind of nose up, a little bit of flip up and turn, into the trees. Not horrible, not great. Let's go with the Vanguard. Okay, well, sawed that one way off, kept it on hyzer. Still got great distance, but not a great shot. Pretty bench with the Vulture. A little bit of a blind shot. Nothing really to see at all. Big Annie. Put it close, tap it in. Do it. Let's go. All right. Those long putts from the Vanguard are absolutely working today. Hole 1 cashed, hole 3 cashed. Let's not talk about hole 2. Hole 4, 376, up and into the woods. We're gonna try and hit these both on Annie, some flex, test the stability out that way. This is kind of gonna be a final test. We've now hit the flat, the hyzer, the forehand. Let's see how they do, how their integrity holds up on the anhyzer. Vulture up first. Okay, barely any of that hand, pretty nose up. Not a super great test, but actually still a pretty good shot if we're playing for the 3. See if we can't do better with the Vanguard. Oh, so much anhyzer. Oh my gosh, but there it is fighting back and kind of crushed into the woods. Wow. Held that Annie for a long time, slowly came out, gives you a pretty good idea of the stability. This disc, not crazy overstable, not understable though. Really reliable, a lot of straight push, but then the reliable finish. Vanguard kind of got crushed deep in the woods. You probably can't see me as I go back in here. And of course, there's no way out that's towards the basket. So this is purely a pitch out. And even that just gets us to the edge. My goodness. Oh, horrible pitch out. Kind of leaves us with the nice little flick roller to get around the corner. All right, that's enough of that. Here's that Vulture. Quite a bit shorter than the Vanguard, but also not deep in the woods. Quick little pitch up, gets knocked down. That's a 15-footer. No problem to tap that in. Hole 5 from the longs, placed 400 feet out the gap, left to right moving shot. You're not gonna be able to see the whole flight, but we're gonna go with the forehand again, just one more chance to test that out. The hope is to punch through this gap and get us far straight before finishing to the right. Vulture up first. Okay, I love it. There's the turn, now the finish. I mean, that's clearly not 400 feet, but that's at least a great position shot. Should be a pretty easy par. Now let's try and replicate it. Oh yes, lovely, really similar lines there. That one had a lot more wobble out of my hand. I don't think it pushed as far straight. Also looked like it bit on the hyzer a little bit quicker, but once again, I think it just had less spin, less pop out of the hand. Pretty close to exactly what we expected out of those. Our Vanguard is right here. You can see our Vulture just a little farther and a little more left right up there. Should leave some easy up shots. Just putter straight approaches. Well, when I say easy straight approaches, I did not mean to throw into the tree, but you get the point. Let's try and redeem that from the Vulture. You can see being a little farther and further left opens up that angle a little bit more. I mean, okay, still a 20-footer. Left it a little to the left. Oh, drop. Oof. I mean, brutal spit out. All right. Hole 6, pretty much dead straight, only 253, so normally I would never throw a disc this fast on this hole, but we're gonna try just a little flex forehand, just see how touchy we can be. Vulture up first. Gotta keep it low, and I put it high. Let's go with the Vanguard. Trying to be touchy with a fast disc, not easy. Hole 7 long, plays 220 up the tunnel. Left to right moving shot. The forehands, Vulture up first. We just gotta hit this gap. Once again, keep it low, under the ceiling. Too high? Yeah. And the Vanguard. Better. Does it have the stability? I mean, pretty straight, too straight. I mean, just finishes dead straight. That's really a Firebird or like an overstable zone shot, but we did our best. So the Vulture was way down the hill. The Vanguard was right here. The basket through all that. I don't even have a viable putt. It's a short par 3. We're gonna pick up, move on, try again on hole 8. Hole 8, the last of the short ones, 210 feet down the hill. We have this backhand gap, kind of straight ahead, and then it's a little to the left. Once again, horrible hole for these two discs, but let's see if we can't be touchy. Vulture's still at first. I mean, I gotta get one of these 3 sub 200-foot holes. Just ridiculous. Nope, into the tree. Oh, missed the tree. Skip. Hits the tree, gets lucky. Otherwise, that was like 40 feet left. Great result though. Let's replicate it. That one hits the tree. It's like I'm flip-flopping. Hole 7, the Vanguard does great. Hole 8, the Vulture does great. What do you know? Let's cash a big-time hero putt to look good on the internet. Oh, not even close. Huh. One more. Same tree? Different tree. I look bad on the internet. Finally back to a long hole. Hole 9 plays 430 over the hill. This is gonna be our last hole for these two discs, but if we hit these well, I know we can get them close because it is downhill. So Vulture up, let's go for some big bombs. Not enough flip up, still a decent rip, just kind of on hyzer the whole way. For sure not all the way down there, but let's try and get this Vulture a little flatter. See if we can't get some turn on it. Still not much turn, kind of hyzer the whole way. Very similar shot. Both are gonna be up the hill, but pretty easy up and down. Not my two best shots in the world, but they're almost right on top of each other. Here's the Vanguard. There's the Vulture. So a little flicks down. Lovely. Oh, a little wider. That's all right. Just get back. Whew. Little tester. So, Vulture versus Vanguard. There you go. 9 holes between these two discs. Now I have to say, the flights out of these two, pretty similar. I think the Vulture still has the edge for me in my bag. I'm just more comfortable with it, used to it. I will say the Vanguard does feel slightly slower, thinner rim in the hand, which is actually pretty comfortable. The Vanguard being a 9-speed, the Vulture being a 10, you do feel that a little bit. But the flight you get out of these two, the stability, the flip up, the distance, the push, pretty similar. I felt like all day I was putting these discs on top of each other. So really awesome disc from Kyle Klein. Big fan of what he's doing. Also, all of this Discmania S-Blend stuff just feels incredible. So if I ever fall out of love with the Vulture, the Vanguard absolutely might be up next to take its spot in the bag. Once again, huge shout out to Astro Disc for sending this out to me, and this sick jersey. Really awesome. Make sure to check them out, astrodisctx.com. Use code JOURNEYDG for 10% off and go support them. They've been a huge support to me, big friend of the channel, and I'm really grateful and appreciative. Appreciate you guys hanging out. As always, like and subscribe if you want to. My name is Andrew Wood, and remember, the journey is the destination. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.